And welcome back to The Price of Business. I am your host, Chris Kelso. Remember, you can tune into The Price of Business or catch any of our past shows at priceofbusiness.com. Our next guest is Zeljko and Pavlovic. How are y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let us know a little bit about who you are and what you do, if you don't mind.
Oh, sure. Well, good morning again. And we are a music academy, Vivaldi Music Academy here in Houston, and we do private music lessons in all instruments and all ages.
That is, one of the things we talk about this all the time is one of the things the performing arts, especially items that are going on in regards to music in general, it's one of those things we do not see as many kids as what we used to see, let's say, in my generation back in the 70s. And that's something that I'm starting to see come back. It's actually a lot of fun, and more importantly is it really opens up an individual's ability to be creative, to create new things, but more importantly just to enjoy things a little bit better. You mentioned all instruments. Talk a little bit about what you're seeing in regards to individuals coming back to you and wanting to learn for the first time, or individuals might be older coming back and trying to get refreshed up on what they knew in the past.
I think it's a wonderful thing that it's, kind of a resurgence in the arts. We are starting to realize how important that is for children's development, and also as adults or as we age, to keep our brains in tune. And I think a lot of the schools are suffering probably from lack of funding in the arts and music. So we're starting to see, parents realizing how important that is and coming into the school. So we've had incredible success in an area that I think was needing that high quality and extensive level of teaching the arts and music, and it's really resonated very well with the Houston community, which is wonderful for us.
Oh, I agree. I mean, it used to be the arts was something when you went to school, you always had to, you start, in my case, I started off with the flute, and then I went to the saxophone, then I went to the, to the drums, and I went to the keyboards, and I actually took private lessons in regards to all that so that I became a musician, and today, obviously my passion is drumming and piano, but you don't see that nowadays. You don't see schools offer and make children take a lot of these arts, and so having somebody like the Music Academy, which you're with right there, it's important to get that message out there because it does so much, and it allows a child to develop a lot of their creativity that if it's not there today, it's hard to get put in the future.
True,
well,
and Zeljko always says that having your mind, operating or thinking in a different dimension is so good for you, no matter how old you are, right, Zeljko? You say that all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and the other thing that I wanted to mention, compared to the past, it was available. And it was expected of kids to take private lessons. Now, what we did with that, not only did we revamp the whole system around taking music lessons. You know how it used to be that you would go to somebody's house and it would be just one-on-one lesson, and you would be in somebody's house pretty much and take those private lessons. Now, what we did is we built out a high-end facilities, and not only that, but we put these fun teachers that have really high education and a lot of experience performing, and you can tell we create the performing opportunities for the kids, which is another extremely important thing, where it's not just taking lessons, week in, week out, and months, year in, year out, but we do create those performance opportunities for the kids, which I think it's equally important as taking regular lessons.
Absolutely. Now y'all have multiple locations here in Houston, don't you?
We do. We just opened our second location 3 months ago. So we have one location in West University, and our second location is in Bel Air, which is really less than 2 miles away. And the reason we did that is because we had this tremendous and really big wait list of students wanting to take lessons. So at some point, it was like a 2-year wait list, which is quite incredible. We have been in the business for only 2.5 years.
Oh, wow.
So, that tells you what kind of demand there was in our area, in Houston. Since we opened our second location in Bel Air, we enrolled over 400 students in 2 months.
That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
It is amazing.
And what are you seeing as being some of the instruments that children are coming in wanting to play the most? Obviously, in my house, when you walk into my house, you're going to see a drum set and you're going to see keyboards and you're going to see a saxophone still there. You're going to see a guitar. But where are you actually seeing the most amount of influence going to? I mean, and also, is it more gender basis? I mean, do you have more of the men wanting to play drums or guitars versus the ladies doing something else? Or what are you seeing there?
Not at all. I think it's pretty even across the board. Boys, girls, men, women, everyone's trying different instruments. Piano tends to be a little more popular because for the young ones, it's easier for them to start with. But, as they get older, if they're middle school or high school and even adults, everyone seems to be branching out pretty evenly among men and women and what their interests are. We have a lot of female drummers, which is awesome.
Yep.
And, it's progressing really well. And I think one of the biggest draws to us is not only the variety that we offer and the expertise that we offer, but as Zeljko touched on, the performance opportunities that we offer. Last summer, we debuted at Carnegie Hall. This summer, we are going to Venice to have a recital in our namesake Vivaldi's church. So these are very important historical contexts that we can all learn from, and those who participate really expand their horizons in that way as well. So we're seeing, everyone very much interested, all ages, across both genders, what for the performance opportunities. We had adults, participate at Carnegie as well. So it's really great to see the variety.
And that is really neat, by the way, to be able to take that out of the classroom environment and put it into a performance environment. It really changes and brings on a new tone, a new excitement, and oftentimes it also lets individuals now see as, hey, this can be something I can actually do in the future. This can actually be a career path for me.
Well, absolutely. I mean, to see the confidence of a little 6-year-old and 7-year-old, walking on stage and after the concert or after a little performance. I mean, it's incredible. But the confidence that gives them, and they will be performing. Our teachers prepare them for these concerts in just a few months, and I always stress that it really is not. It's not important what you play and how long the piece is. It's important that you get on the stage and walk on the stage. And, I think that's an invaluable lesson that they learn early and very young. So I'm so proud of that. And not only that, but, seeing our adult students who never played an instrument, for example, pick up an instrument and in few months go out and perform, that's really awesome.
Oh, absolutely. It's really neat also. I'm looking at your website as we're sitting here, actually. I mean, you've got drum lessons, cello lessons, flute, guitar, piano. You also do voice. I mean, so you do the entire gamut of training for individuals who either want to play or want to sing.
That's correct. I think that variety is what really makes us different. For example, oftentimes we will have a family with 3 kids, and all 3 kids are going to be taking different instruments at the same time,
right?
Which is really awesome. So we do give that.
It's the new Hansen family
to children. We give them the exposure as well. They will walk in the academy and they will hear and see these different instruments. And I think that's also very important to create a community that exposes them to different instruments, and not only that, but different genres. Chris, we have. Somebody who really wants to learn just classical music, and that's perfectly fine. And then we have in a room next door somebody's rocking out.
Oh, well, let me tell you, I'm going to go there and do jazz, blues, and rock out with you. But we're coming up against time on this segment. How can we reach you all if you don't mind?
Oh, you can call us at either location. Westview is 713-858-9617, or at Bel Air, it's 832-404-2299. You can also visit our website at VivaldiMusicAcademy.com and send us an email. We'll be happy to guide you through your musical experience for sure.
That is VivaldiMusicAcademy.com. Thank you all very much for being on board. I'll definitely be doing a tour down there very soon and giving you all a call. We're coming up against a break in our last segment. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.